30 top 10 finishes by those 4 schools. But look at Minnesota. They won last year. They're the favorite to repeat here. 165 pounds now. This is round 2. Joe Heskett, who is the #1 seed, second the last 2 years in a row against Matt Lackey from Illinois, the #2 seed.
The match 2-2. Lackey had a takedown. Heskett got an escape, and then to start the second period off, Heskett got another escape to tie it, but it's Lackey right now in a position looking for a takedown. His head's up, good lifting position, but Heskett, great counter wrestler, locked through the legs.
Mark Johnson, the head coach at Illinois, really coached his man on to the first 2 points.
There's your first points, the top left in the first period, the initial takedown by Lackey. And as I said, Heskett had an escape, make it 2-1, and an escape at the start of this period makes it 2-2.
Significant because with a tie score, because he's scored the first 2 points, if we go beyond regulation time, Lackey immediately has the advantage.
That's correct. If it gets to the tiebreaker, which is to determine the winner, he will have the choice to whether to go up or down, and we already know that being down 90% of the time, you win.
Pace, make your pace, keep your pace.
The voice of Mark Johnson, who was a Dan Gable assistant.
Mark Johnson, head coach at Illinois, Greco-Roman wrestler in his day, went to many tournaments with him, Olympian.
Frustrating for Heskett. Has to be second at the national championships the last 2 years. A 3-time Big 12 champion, but he seems to be chasing to me. He doesn't seem to be the man in control.
Oh, and Lackey able to maneuver out of bounds to avoid being taken down, and the referees don't say he was fleeing the mat. He was saying that's the only way you could go to counter that. Iowa State fans a little unhappy.
Bobby Douglas, his head coach, didn't like it.
Well, you like to reward the offensive man, but you don't want to take everything away from the defense.
Didn't want to be unfair to Heskett, saying he seemed to be chasing, because Lackey was opportunistic there.
He took advantage of the line, there's no question, but you're allowed to do that in our folklore or high school college style.
19 pins this year for Heskett. Very forceful wrestler. These are the NCAA National Wrestling Championships in Albany, New York. Adrian Karsten, Jeff Blatnick, and Stacy Pace, along with Bobby Douglas on a huge day for him. We've been talking about Cale Sanderson, the opportunity to go undefeated with 4 national championships. Never been done. Not in the history of any sport.
Heskett, a 2-time runner-up. He certainly would like to end the jinx on his shoulders. He's performed well in the finals, but he's never been crowned champion. He'd sure like that this year, but Lackey able to get on the board first. He got the first takedown, Adrian. 2 escapes for Heskett is not a disc score, and I really think what you're seeing here is going to be a match that's probably going to go to overtime or sudden victory, along with a tiebreaker, and Lackey will have the choice in the tiebreaker.
Heskett in the red singlet gets in close.
Joe! Pull it down.
They go out of bounds there, so they're coming back in.
Doing exactly what his coach is telling him to. He comes in low, and then that lifting ability, trying to get Lackey up above him.
They're also saying for Heskett to pull Lackey into his own legs so that he can play the counter game with him there. And importantly for Iowa State, they're in 3rd place right now. But if they can get a win here and a win from Sanderson, they can take over 2nd place from Oklahoma.
Lackey is the 2002 Big Ten champion at 165. Well, he's been playing with that wide open blue space, though, hasn't he, throughout the entire match?
His only loss this year, Lackey's, is to Heskett, so these two know each other. And thus far, it's been a very conservative match. Oh, Lackey in on a beautiful single leg, and he loses it. Oh, Lackey had a great position and lost it. Heskett with a good counter, able to avoid a dangerous situation. Lackey actually created a very good attack there, Adrian. He isolated the leg, got the weight on it, was able to get to it, but he couldn't hang on, and that attests to how powerful the leverage is of Heskett with his legs. And again, Same thing. Look at him just straighten that leg out and push Lackey away, and now he's in on Lackey, and it looks as though he's going to be able to score here. Looks, he's got it right there.
2 points.
4-2 the match score now. And that's going to do it.
For Joe Heskett, who really came in with something
He's taking it
to
off
prove.
his shoulders.
Second the last 2 years. Congratulations to Joe Heskett. You know, Matt Lackey seemed to be wrestling not to lose throughout the second and third period. He missed that single leg takedown, and because he did, all of a sudden, it seemed that Joe Heskett, 38-1 this year, just 1-0 against Matt Lackey, the Big Ten champion at 165. You gotta feel good for Joe Heskett.
Absolutely.
Great coaching job by Bobby Douglas.
Yes, sir. And I'll tell you, Illinois actually had him well scouted. They said, keep him off your ankles. And right there, that is how Heskett did it. Right at the end, off of a Lackey attack, as Lackey came up to his feet, Heskett came right back after him and counterattack, able to get the legs, seize him up, and right there, get the winning takedown.
This is looking like a very good day for Bobby Douglas. Don't forget, Cael Sanderson at 197 is just a couple of weight classifications away.
And with that victory, ISU edges closer to a second-place finish as a team.
Stacy, this is not only a national championship for 2002, but vindication for the last 2 years.
It is vindication. You know, as he came off the mat, I asked him, I said, man, you did it. Do you realize you did it? He said it was about time. But, Joe, I have another question for you. What is your strongest emotion right now? Is it relief or joy?
It's 100% of each. Right now, it's real exciting. You know, I've worked too hard to come up short this year. And I'm real relieved, real excited. It's time to move on. God bless my family and friends. Thank you very much.
A 3-time Big 12 champion, now a first-time national champion. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Love you,
Stacy,
Graham.
by getting low and changing levels, Joe Heskett vindicates the past.